Hey guys, what's up? This is Let's Play of my Esper. Probably wouldn't play this class otherwise, so we'll take this together. I figured if I'm going to play this class, why not play one of these stupid little cat things. Alright, so here we go. Now in this Let's Play, it's just going to be leveling. We're not going to be reading quests, anything like that. It's just simply the leveling process. Now, I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. I've been having major issues out of my PC lately. That's why the videos haven't been coming as regularly as I hoped. It's also the reason I actually discovered that that's part of the reason why when I have game audio on, and especially in this game, it booms, is the computer is very much not wanting to remember settings. It's reverting back. Get a lot of crashes. So I'll probably be getting I'm hoping to get a new computer soon. So until then, we'll just have to make do. As you can see, if you haven't played WildStar before, these first few quests are really a joke. So this is where you're going to finally get your first taste of combat. You're going to talk to them, they're going to give you a weapon. You're going to go in here and kill some of these robots. As you can see, I'm running the 8th add-on, which is why the little white dots here are pointing to the quest objectives. Now, if you're not familiar with WildStar, as you notice, there is no tab targeting, which is a staple of most popular MMOs right now. So you have to actually aim, and as you saw in that little footage, you will have that the rectangle appear. That's where your attack's going to damage. So you know you got to aim it. You got to be on your toes sometimes, especially if you're a PvPer. Like if you haven't seen PvP, I got a couple videos up. So you'll definitely need to be on your toes because people move. They can see where the attack's coming, so they'll try to dodge it. My understanding of the Esper class that I'm playing right now is that it's a very much, I guess I'll call it a traditional caster from, say, a mage from World of Warcraft, where you have to stand still and do your casts. Let's get all this done. I'm missing this settler right here. This is, you have, if you're not familiar with it, you pick your class, and you also can pick well, that's not what I want to do. But you pick your class, and then you pick your path. And the paths are soldier, scientist, explorer, and the other one is settler. And you gain separate XP for doing the little tasks they have you do. I will go ahead and move on. I've never played settler before, so still showing this, so we'll collect these. I'm not sure what it's doing because it's not updating my quest down here, so who really knows? I guess we'll build. Okay, so now here you see that we have completed that. And this is where your path missions that is where you'll track them. So we've completed that one. So now we're gonna move on, and I'm not gonna grind that out because I've found, maybe I've picked the wrong ones. I've just found that I don't mess with them a whole lot. Welcome to, we hit level 2 in the path. You got a new title. Alright, so now we're going to equip the shield. We're going to pick this up, and it's going to be our first quest. Well, not our first quest, but it's going to be the first real quest to get us to where they feel more like they do in the rest of the game. Now this one, you deal magic damage to 5 foes. We just unlocked this with level 2. Let's see. So we have to have side points. Okay. And this is right here. It's keeping track of them. It's a very familiar feature compared to a warrior. Oh crap, moved. But as you see right there, if you haven't seen that before, that is them telegraphing where their attack's going to come. So let's do this. Let's try out our new move here. Okay. Alright, so we don't need any more of them. Now, if you weren't using the add-on that I'm using with these with the white little dots on the ground, well, okay. See the exclamation mark next to these guys' names? That means you still need them. Which I'm sure you could figure out if you're playing, but now you notice that it's gone. So we know we've done everything we can with that one. So we'll move on. And this little thing, it's obviously the tutorial. So, it's not the most exciting section of the game, but I do say this if you're gonna play. I know this is kind of boring and you've probably done it before in other games. Just stick with it. I was an avid WoW player for a while, and the undead were always my race. But their little starting area in Death Knell was a pain in the ass. It was boring as hell. So this is the same thing. Just stick with it, and you will. I'm not gonna say you'll like it, because I can't make that. If you're like me, you'll very much like it. Alright, so as you can see, we're doing this, and in a second I'll go over a couple other things. Alright, so now we can read the book. And now we'll go interact with this and interact with the data cube. I'll talk with her, accept the quest, and on we go. These cutscenes I am very much skipping through. I've seen them before, but as I said a minute ago, I'm not here to do the Let's Play of let's read everything to you. If you're looking for that, then you can watch my Final Fantasy III video when I do it. Not sure how I feel about this class at the moment. I'm I'm just really not. See, I've been playing Spell Slinger if you haven't watched any of my other videos, and definitely, I'm definitely used to the mobility that class offers. And this is just it's very much just a very contrasting style. Alright, so we got all these terrified veggies. We'll go lead them to safety. And that will be this little enclosed area. Still have to kill the attackers. So I'm starting to get a grasp, I think, on Settler, at least these initial missions. You're just gathering stuff and activating. You're activating the little control panels on the ground. Alright. See, well, no. This is just another item to pick up. Okay, there's one. Let's go ahead and interact with that. Oh, cool. Cool, I get it now. Yeah, we'll build that. Alright, so now we're going to be killing more stuff. Kind of predictable. Okay, so let's pick some more stuff up. Alright. I mean, the class seems to be, I guess, they definitely pack a bigger punch. They're packing a much bigger punch than what I'm used to as a spell slinger at this level. But, you know, it's like I said, you're trading off the mobility. Alright, so now we're gonna go kill this big guy here. Oh, I haven't even looked at that. And there is an active dodge. You double tap the direction you want to go in. So I was in that little thing. I double tapped A and hopped out of the way. You know, pretty simple. Nothing real revolutionary. I think what this game does, though, is it takes a lot of proven concepts and does them well. Alright, so now we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna head off this little section of the starter area. And basically all this is serving to do is get you introduced to your path. It's getting you introduced to interacting with objects in the environment and getting you used to how your class is going to play a little bit. Because now we're going to go complete this quest. Oh, we can equip a new weapon. I guess we could equip all these too. Okay, so if you actually look, and you may be wondering why I am constantly sitting in chairs, if you can't notice, it says you can press F to interact with all this stuff, and that's what I do. I find it to be much easier to deal with, so I use that. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to her. And we're gonna leave. Now, I've played as Mordesh mainly, and they take a different path off the planet, but I'm sure they end up in the same spot. If I'm wrong, then so be it. Oh, they actually do. That is surprising. Okay. Let's see our rewards. We got Mind Burst, which we already had looked at. We can dual Crush. Let's see what this is. Knockdown. That is your typical stun, interrupt, whatever you want to call it. Lots of stuff to interact with. Okay, so here's another thing this game does, is you have a lot of these little press F rapidly, or there's another variant of that. You gotta hit, you know, the little thing will go through the bar. You've got to hit it at the right time. Alright, so pretty standard quests, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wasn't paying attention. And you got your little war objects that are littered on the ground. Alright, so as you can see, pretty standard quests so far. Alright, got a bunch of stuff up here. Let's try out her knockdown. So you can just see there, pretty easy. You know, pretty standard crowd control. God, I'm getting a lot of, just seems like a lot of deflects this early. And we'll keep doing this. I guess well, no. Let's see, now we've got, you follow these little blue lines and they take you to your path missions. Well, not your missions always, but objects that are related to your path. So I'm actually assuming that that's going to relate to those little panels that we were messing with back on the tutorial. Alright. So we're just going to keep running. And I'm not going to fuck around with the path stuff. I mean, I will sometimes, but that's just from my understanding of one of my friends who's power leveled all the way to 50 already and is getting ready to probably hit the halfway mark on his second character. He says how he does it is he comes back. So that's fine with me. Alright, so there we go. Now, here's the next thing I want to touch on. I am using add-ons, and I want to go over what I'm using real quick. I've done a review on all of them, so if you want to know more about them, you can watch the review. I'm just going to touch on them real quick. 8th, Quest Helper, you've already seen. The next one that I use is Better Quest Dialogue. As you see, this is your quest box here. Typically it's chat bubbles. This just makes it in a more traditional MMO format. I like it a lot better. Okay, next one, the improved quest log. So this is what it does. The other one's a clusterfuck, honestly. So that is one that I pick up. And the last thing I want to touch on before I end this video, are the last two things. You have a special class ability. It's under R. For this class, it's Spectral Form. I haven't used it yet, but you can see it grants 484 absorb, interrupt armor, and 1 psi point every 1 second for 5 seconds. So it'll fill it up in 5 seconds. Every class has one of those. They are highly recommended to use. And the other thing, if you notice, I have this XP boost. That's for attaching a Google Authenticator to the account. It's a 2% XP boost. So if you're going to play, you might as well attach one of those. Just a little bit of free XP. Alright, well, this video is, I was hoping to get to level 5, but there was just too much to do, and that starting area was way too slow. So we'll push for that in the next video. Thanks for watching.